EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone, and we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. To speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Bridgewater. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Bridgewater finding Jeudy there for the Bronco first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here comes Hamler on the jet sweep. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. On play action, it's Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They go play action now. Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Bradley Chubb. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Jackson to Bateman there, first down Ravens.
Ravens receivers have ranked last in receptions and receiving yards each of the last 2 years. Thus, the pick of Rashad Bateman at the University of Minnesota. He was their first-round pick, number 27 overall, and they expect to see more catches and more first downs from that young man.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Devin Duvernay.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And K.J. Hamler really started to come on strong late in his rookie year. Second-round pick out of Penn State in 2020. Shifty, excellent speed, and good hands that he exhibited right there.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 6 yards there on the keeper at second down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. This is taken at the 18. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice and meetings talking.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. He got 29 yards that time.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. A Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Now Bridgewater. Looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back. The end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Gordon. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now Locke going to run a little touch pass here to his wideout. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Now Gordon on first down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Lock on target there to Fayette, the tight end.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And if Noah Fant keeps making catches like that, it might not be too long till we say he's one of the top 5 tight ends in football. When he was drafted, that was the expectation.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. One man in the backfield, that's Gordon, 2nd and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. One man in the backfield, that's Gordon, 2nd and goal. Block off of play action. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give them 32 on the play.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They go play action with Jackson. toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and it's second down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A give. Dobbins trying the right side.
He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it.
53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now it's Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. This defense tried to do its part. Active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Play action. Now Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will actually break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Tucker's kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Play action. Now it's Locke. Throw to the right here to Gordon. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's Locke to throw. Buying time to his left. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Tim Patrick that time, and it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He's got his tight end fan, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. They'll run on 1st down. It's Gordon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. To throw it is Locke. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 54 yards on the ground for him so far. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Drew Lock, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos cut into that lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that cuts this lead down to 13. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Oh, what a juke into space. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now Locke. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Locke. No escape from Locke, and he'll go down. Justin Matabike. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. Locke now to throw. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. A field goal would tie it, but they want more. They're going for it. Now Locke, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics?
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
McManus's point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play. It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They look to throw. It's Locke. Sets up the screen to Gordon. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens 1st down. An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down. Here's Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Locke going to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To throw again on 2nd down. Locke. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
Picked off by Patrick Queen.
And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Looking to throw again on second down. Locke able to find Judy, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First down Broncos as Locke finds Judy. Here's Locke. Forced out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Now Locke. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. So third and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. Locke to throw. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Locke. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. To throw is Locke. Dancing to his left. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Locke to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now Locke. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Locke. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did. And
Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. So now with 6 6 seconds remaining. We get a timeout on the field.
When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Alexander Johnson, but he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Baltimore, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.